In this video, I'm going to give you my exact training routine and how I got to where I am now. So if you're looking for a routine, look no further. I'm going to give like every exercise, the amount of reps and everything in here. This routine is mainly aimed at like aesthetics, but it also builds a good bit of strength if you're looking for that. So I'm going to go now. Day one is pushing movements. So this is going to be like all your pressing stuff is this day. This lets your pulling muscles and your legs rest. So first I always do shoulder press, 4 sets. Just assume it's 4 sets for every exercise unless I say a different number. So shoulder press, lat raises, incline press, bench press, and then some tricep exercise. Could be dips, could be diamond push-ups, could be tricep extension. It doesn't really matter. But for the first year out of the 2.5 years of me on this journey, I started with bench, incline bench, shoulder press, lat raise, and then a tricep exercise. So if you want to replicate exactly what I did for a year, do that and then swap to the other routine I mentioned first. But I think I improved it over time, so do what you want. Day 2 is pulling movements. So that means you're pushing and pressing stuff and your legs can also rest on this day. So first, 5 sets of pull-ups. It feels like a lot, but it's not that bad. After that, you have barbell rows. And then after that, you have shrugs and then bicep curls. It's a very short day. And the bicep curls are with a dumbbell. You stretch it all the way down and bring it back up. About 3 years ago, I hit my first ever pull-up, and now I can do pull-ups with nearly 130 pounds. So this back routine really got me a lot stronger. So just trust it, bro. Trust the routine and just stick to it. Next is leg day. It is the best day of, I'm flying. I hate this day because it starts with 5 sets of squats. Heavy squats too. So try not to go above 9 reps. You should be doing less than 8 reps in each of your sets because you're pushing heavy weight when you're squatting. Then after that, you have plyometrics. So I do high jumps. Just jump as high as you can, around 10 reps per set, and then 4 sets, obviously. Next, you have the little leg extensions. So you sit in the machine and curl your legs up and down or whatever. And then you have hamstring curls, and then you have calves, which are optional. I never hit calves. I always skip it. So I don't blame you for skipping it either. And then the day after you hit these 3 in a row is a rest day. And then rinse, repeat. Push, pull legs, rest. Push, pull legs, rest. And that is all my exercises. That is everything I do. But if you want some advice that's going to really help accelerate your progress, then keep listening. Because I'm going to give 4 pieces of advice that's really going to help. Advice 1, I probably should have stuck to this better. Before you start this routine, look up the proper form on every exercise. I'm so serious that it helps so much because it will save you months of time of injuries if you don't know the proper form. Bro, I've gotten injured because of bad form so many times. On my dips, I was going down too far. I hurt my shoulder so bad that I couldn't put on my backpack to go to school. It was terrible. So just look up the proper form. Advice 2. So this is going to feel this routine's going to feel pretty hard for the first 2 weeks. But after the 2 weeks are over, your identity is literally going to change. You're going to be from someone who doesn't really train that hard or wherever you're at right now to someone who consistently goes to the gym for most of the days of the week. Who you are literally changes with this routine. And so when you're fully adjusted after the 2-week period and you've gotten more consistent in everything, it's going to be so much easier to stay on this routine. The first 2 weeks, it's going to feel hard, but as soon as they're over, it's going to be way better. The third advice is this is the most important one to listen to. If you hear anything, you want to hear this one. Fitness is all about consistency. So if this routine feels too hard or it's too much work or there's too many exercises or whatever, and it feels like you can't maintain it, then change the routine. I'm not the biggest brain genius in the whole fitness industry or whatever. My routine's probably not exactly the best for what exactly you want to do. So if it feels too hard and you feel like you can't maintain it, then change it. Because consistency is really the number one thing you should be aiming for. It is the most important thing about the whole fitness industry. And if you feel like you can't stay consistent, then there's no point in even running this routine in the first place, because then you're just going to give up. You want to make it something you feel like you can do for a long period of time. For the next few years even. Advice 4, make sure you're properly recovering. Bro, I've gotten so many injuries from overtraining and everything. I remember, because I'm a rock climber, I trained for 4 days in a row, super hard. And all of a sudden my finger, I don't want to say snapped, but there's a huge pop from in my finger. And I had a 3-month break from rock climbing. and it set me back so far in my progress. It was crazy. So point is, if you need to take an extra day of rest, it's completely fine. Like, listen to your body, make sure you're recovering. If shit feels like super achy and super painful, don't go to the gym if it feels like you're gonna hurt yourself. It sounds like cringe and cliche, listen to your body, whatever. Like, all these like male influencers nowadays, like Andrew Tate, David Goggins, they're all like, oh no, just push past the pain. David Goggins is gonna be in a wheelchair in 10 years if he keeps this shit up. Because he's like broken his knees multiple times, he's broken his feet multiple times. You don't wanna do that. You don't want to be the guy with like terrible knees when you're like 20 years later and it's like, oh shit, I can barely walk. It's so hard to do anything. That shouldn't be you. It doesn't make you a bitch. Like, that's something I've had to learn because I have had to like take rest days and everything, and it makes me feel so bad, but it doesn't make you a bitch, bro. It just makes you smart. I guarantee you, if you stay consistent at this and like follow the routine and take the advice, you will make it to where you want to be. Maybe this can be like your New Year's goal or something. Good luck, bro. You got this. Here's a hug, and subscribe if this was like useful, or if you just want to see more. Good luck. All right. Bow, 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 bow.